So the craziest thing in a long time happened, and it's that Sag-Aftra finally stopped their strike. This was not expected at all, but so many people actually like this. I mean, everyone actually loves it. If you go see so many voice actors, including the ones that are the most liked by the fans, such as Sinus VA, they are all very happy about all of this. Like, they could not even work during all of this time, because otherwise they would be going against Sag-Aftra. If you work during the strike, then that means that you're scabbing, and that is not very nice, because you're betraying the union. So I think the stop of the strike happened only thanks to all of the backlash that Sag-Aftra is receiving very recently, including the voice actress of Paimon, which is Corina, which basically was the mascot of the game. And Genshin is a very huge game, the fanbase of the game is massive, so you can understand why she had a lot of power overall. But now so many people are just upset at them, and rightfully so. So after taking many losses, they finally decided to just stop the strike, even if it could just keep happening in the future, we still don't know. Obviously this is just a stop, they didn't just say that it's gonna be over forever, even though everyone actually wants it to be done because it has only damaged voice actors. So many people might be thinking, okay, now Genshin and everyone else will finally get their voices back. No, think again, and wanna know why? Because Genshin was never even a part of Sag-Aftra. To be more clear, Hoyoverse was never a union game because it's not American. Hoyoverse can't even be part of the union because the games are made in China. So this is not a strike, they call it like collective work refusal or whatever they want to call it. And by doing that, it means that even if the strike is over, they still can't work. So no, some voice actors from Honkai Star Rail will not come back, some people from Genshin will not come back, even if it's been months and months because of this in the end. Even when they stop a strike, Sag-Aftra only manages to make even worse decisions. So what will be the best hypothesis for Genshin's VAs to come back? Because I think that many people in my community actually like Genshin. Obviously this also means the other games that Hoyoverse makes, I'm just using Genshin as the biggest example. The best way for these VAs to come back would be if Hoyoverse signed the agreement with Sag-Aftra. The same agreement that Corina, Paimon's VA, was talking about in her last tweets, where she said that she's going to leave the game if Hoyoverse won't sign it, and everyone knows that Hoyoverse will never sign it. First of all, they should not, because it will make no sense as Hoyoverse is not even a union game. And second of all, they can't even do it because of China's laws. Laws in China are much more restrictive compared to the West, so it's very likely that they can't even do it even if they wanted to. And I'm just saying, if they did sign the agreement, then we would have Paimon again, and we don't want that. We want Corina as far away as possible. So apart from that, I don't think it's even possible for Genshin's VAs to even come back. I think that in all of this, the biggest problem is very simple. The problem is that these VAs think that they do have some sort of importance. They really get high on copium from having this position as a job, and this makes them do a lot of stuff that they can't actually do. Like, if you go see in detail just how much this Sag-Aftra strike happened, you can see just how clearly childish it is. It clearly was made without any reasoning behind this, it looks very rushed, it did just not have a complete plan. The fact that it's constantly changing, that it's randomly just stopping the strike, that sometimes they keep fighting for no reason, that many VAs are harassing each other even if the others are not even subjected to these laws. It's honestly disgusting. These people actually have no ideas on how to treat their career right, and they do kind of deserve to lose them, because they do not deserve them. They are not professional at all, and just like I always say, if you're this kind of person, don't even tweet stuff on social media. At least don't take positions, don't say your opinion on these things. Because first of all, whatever you say, the other faction will be against you. No matter what you say, like, you're not gaining anything from this, you're only gaining hate from others. And getting in the middle of drama for no reason, even if you didn't even want to in the first place. And second of all, don't think that you're some sort of god if you're a voice actor, like, you're not that important in the long run. Hoyoverse can still just replace everyone if they wanted to, because they are seeing just so many people that are inexperienced and are making a mess of so many things. Like, Hoyoverse and many other companies don't want to just let them be subjected to all of this stuff. This looks incredibly unprofessional and childish, and they do not want to be part of this shit. If they made the strike much better, just treated everyone much better and was just less childish and much more professional, then it would have been much better, just in general. They would have achieved many more results, and at least they would have not made such a fool of themselves. And to me, I'm starting to think that Hoyoverse might just stop even using English VAs. When you think about it, the Eastern community has many more followers compared to the West. People who actually use English voices are much lower compared to people who just decide to play in Chinese or Japanese. Because the biggest part of Hoyoverse players is Chinese. So when Hoyoverse has to deal with just signing contracts, doing all of this shit, and basically being forced to and being pressured constantly by something that is just not even supposed to work with them, including the miserable reputation of Sag-Aftra when you see them just bullying some VAs for no reason, or working while others can't even work, then I can't see a universe where Hoyoverse would sign the contract, because it will make no sense once again. So to me, in a few months they will just stop even paying English VAs and just stop using that voices, and they will just stick to Chinese, Japanese and Korean, because that's how it is. I bet Hoyoverse has to find this situation kinda dangerous because you still don't know what the fuck is going on, and because of how childish and unprofessional Sag-Aftra is, you can't possibly expect them to make a deal with Hoyoverse. So it is a win because Sag-Aftra finally stopped their fucking strike, but it is not a win for people that like Genshin, because you won't see those voice actors anytime soon. That's what I believe, to be honest. And it's not even Hoyoverse's fault, this is just on Sag-Aftra. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video, I hope that you can consider this a win because Sag-Aftra took another heavy blow, and yeah, if you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!